First of all, thank you so much. Like, the response has been huge for the SAT series. The subscribers are increasing. There are lots of comments. So because there were comments like to continue with the SAT series and do more content on this. So I've already done 6 live, like 6 tests that are given on the blue book. So for now, I thought why not go topic wise, because College Board provides questions for each and every topic, and basically SAT is divided into 4 main modules: the Heart of Algebra, then you have the Passport to Advanced Math, then you have problem solving and data analysis, and finally it is geometry and trigonometry. So there are 13 to 15 questions from the Heart of Algebra and the Passport to Advanced Maths, and there are 5 to 7 questions from problem solving and data analysis and geometry and trigonometry. So the major topics are basically the Heart of Algebra and the Passport to Advanced Math. And the Heart of Algebra basically covers Algebra 1 and 8th grade. It talks about linear equation in 1 variable, linear equation in 2 variables, linear inequalities in 1 or 2 variables, and then system of equations. So it talks about the linear equations and inequalities in their system and the functions. And so and also whenever you will see, and Passport to Advanced Math talks about non-linear functions, equations, inequalities, and expressions. So non-linear functions that are basically covered. A part of Algebra 1 there is quadratic functions, but mostly it's Algebra 2. So major part of it is polynomials, rational functions. A small part is rational functions, polynomials. Major part is quadratic and exponential functions and equations. And there is also system of quadratic and linear systems like that. And then in problem solving and data analysis, basically you have ratio, rates, proportions, percentages. That's basically 6th and 7th grade topics. And then you have statistics and probability. And in geometry and trigonometry, it's lines, angles, triangles, geometry and trigonometry as the name suggests. And in geometry also you have lines, angles, triangles, and then you have right triangles, and then you have circles. And in trigonometry you have right triangle trigonometry, and the next one is this basics of unit circle trigonometry. For example, if angles are given in radians or radians in degrees, all those things. So this is a total breakup of SAT maths. And so College Board provides like questions on each and every topic. They have divided them into certain topics. There are 4 different modules and 4 different what do they call it? Let me see. Yeah, because I want to be very specific on what they're calling it. Domain. Yeah, so there are 4 domain and there are different skills. So we will be starting with problem solving and data analysis in this particular module, because ratio, rates, proportion, percentages are the things that you learn the first when you enter 6th grade and 7th grade, and you never you never hear about them again, like you never encounter them again after 7th or mostly 8th grade. So it's good to review them. So College Board, there are question bank. I will be providing the question bank. I will be providing a Google Drive link where you can have all the questions, all the modules, and then how I am solving them. Those things also will be there. So we'll be starting with ratio, rates, and proportional relationships in this particular live stream. And there are 3 different difficulty levels for SAT mathematics: easy ones, medium ones, and hard ones. So what we will do, we will first cover all the easy questions, then move to all the medium questions, and finally go to all the hard questions. So basically we will going up the ladder. Okay, we'll be stepping up in terms of difficulty of the questions. So starting with this thing, the ratio, rates, and proportion, I think there are almost 57 questions. So yeah, like I said, first we'll be starting with the easy questions. And and again, thank you so much for all the love that you have been showering on me, and I hope I have been helpful in some ways to you. And also there was this one comment to do a series on Desmos, how to use Desmos. So stay tuned, I will be doing that as well. But you can watch these lectures as well, because in these live streams also I will be talking about how to quickly solve questions using Desmos for each and every single module. Okay, and other than that, I will also do one of the series on Desmos, but for now I will be doing ratio rates, proportional relationships and units. That's basically covered in 6th grade and 7th grade. Yeah. So I have a particular thing that I always do for ratio questions, that is make a table and cross multiply. So that is what I will be doing for most of the questions, making tables, and then there are two words, actual word, ratio word, and all of those things. So you will be able to understand in a better way once I start doing this. Yeah, and pardon my English, it's not very good. My grammar is not very good. My vocabulary is not that strong, so I might go a little blank at times. But I hope, keeping that aside, I will be able to help you in the concepts, because mathematics, I think it's better than English. I won't say it's very good, but it's better than my English. So I hope you will be focusing on that. And thank you so much for everyone who is giving me hearts on the live chat. Yeah. Also, as you can see, I might be looking more clear because hi, still rocking. Yeah. So I will be looking more clear because I got. Thank you so much, Safia. Yeah, I think Safia, you were the one who asked for Desmos demo. I saw your comment. I can't remember. Let me just check it. Oh no, you're not there. But thank you so much, Safia, for motivating me, telling me that you could understand that I was solving the problem through 3 different methods, using Desmos, using mental math, and just breaking down the problem entirely. And that is what I wish to do with all the topics, like go topic wise. So yeah, without further delay, I will start. So first I will be going with the easier questions. And also, yeah, I was talking about my camera, so I just got a new webcam, so I might be more clear now. Yeah, looking wise. Yeah. So let's get started. Yeah. The easiest questions first. A printer produces posters at a constant rate of 42 posters per minute. At what rate in posters per hour does a printer produce the posters? So there are multiple ways of doing these questions. I will just tell how I would do this problem. So they're talking about two things, posters and time. So I will make a table writing posters and time in minutes. Now the information given to me is that in 1 minute there are 42 posters. And they're asking at what rate in posters per hour does the printer produces the posters. So they want to know the number of posters in 1 hour. And in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. So I will just write 60 over here and I will write x over here. That's it. My job is done. Now what I will do, I will cross multiply. I will get x equals 42 times 60. That's it. And now I will go to Desmos. Yeah. I hope I have Desmos over here. Yeah. These are previous questions here. And now what I got x equals 42 times 60. So I will just do x equals 42 times 60. So for multiplication, there is a star button, that is shift 8 if you do not have the numeric keyboard apart from that. So I will be telling that as well. So multiplication is shift 8. Okay. So you don't need to go here because that will waste a lot of time. So I will be telling you all the keyboard shortcuts to Desmos. So 42 times 60, you can see the answer is 2520. That's my answer. And now I can just go there and write my answer is 2520. So the rate is 2520 posters per hour. You don't need to write all that in answer, but because I'm explaining the concepts, I will be writing it over here. That was question number 1. Alright. And a very good thing that SAT, the college board, has done, they have there are several PDFs. You can select all the questions. You can also exclude active questions that are on Blue Book practice test, but I have included them and it tells you the difficulty level, so you know. And this is the domain problem solving in data analysis. Skill is ratio, rates, proportional relationships and units. Difficulty is easier. So now I will just go to the next question. Yeah, so let's just see the solution one more time. Always identify what they're talking about. They're talking about two things, posters per minute. So that means they're talking about posters. They're talking about minutes. And now at what rate in posters per hour? So they want to know how many posters in 1 hour. In 1 hour there are 60 minutes. In 1 minute there are 42 posters. How many posters will be there in 60 minutes? So x 60, you just cross multiply, you've got your equation, put in decimals, you will get your answer. That is how I like to solve all the ratio and percentage problems, by making the tables. Now moving to the next one, let's see what's the difficulty level. This is medium, so I will not be doing it for now. Yeah, now this one. This is also easy question. For a person m miles from a flash of lightning, the length of, and I always like whenever there are lots of words, like lengthy word problems, I always like to read what is the question. That is my first instinct, because then it makes easier which information will be useful to me and which information will not be useful. So according to this estimate, the person is how many miles from a flash of lightning if the time interval is 25 seconds. So they want to know about number of miles when the time interval is 25 seconds. So I've got my table. They're talking about miles and they're talking about seconds. How many miles we do not know. Time 25 seconds. So that's what the question is asking. Now I go to the question. For a person m miles from a flash of lightning, the length of the time interval from the moment the person sees the lightning to the moment the person hears the thunder is k seconds. Okay. The ratio of m to k can be estimated to be 1 to 5. So m is 1, k is 5. Now I don't need these values. I have got everything. I have to find the value of x. Just cross multiply. 5x equals 25x is going to be 5. So the answer is 5 minutes. Alright, the ratio of m to k, 1 to 5. M is your miles, k is your seconds. This is the only thing, whatever I'm underlining, that is important to solve this question. M miles, k seconds. Ratio of m to k is 1 to 5. How many miles if time interval is 25 seconds? So x for we do not know how many miles. Seconds is 25. Miles is like when there is 1 mile, the time interval is 5 seconds. So now instead of cross multiplying, sometimes you can also do, for example, here I am multiplying with 5. So here also I will be multiplying with 5. Here I am dividing with 5. Here also I will be dividing with 5. So these are 3 different things. I will make 3 different tables to so that you don't get confused. Yeah. Whenever you have to solve ratio problems, ratio, rates, proportional relationships, all those problems, you have m, k, miles and seconds. How can you quickly arrive at the answer? After you have made the table. So first way is to cross multiply. 5x equals 25. X will be 5. That's first method. The second method is, you see what is happening from here to here, like vertically. What is happening vertically? So if you see vertically from here to here, you are multiplying with 5. So same thing you will do here, multiply with 5. So x will be 1 times 5, that is 5 again. And let me write x differently. Next thing is, you see the relationship horizontally. So you see from here I am dividing with 5. So here also I will divide with 5. So x will be 25 divided by 5, that is x will be 5. Why I am going from right to left? Because my variable is on the left side. If you would have written it like this, then because so because from here you are dividing with 5, you will be dividing with 5. then you will be going from left to right. This is not very clear. Yeah, when k is 5, m is 1. When k is 25, we have to find the value. So here I am dividing with 5. So here also I will divide with 5. So these are the three things that you can do. Alright. I call them like how I like to call them. Method 1 is cross multiply. Method 2 is you see vertical multiplication or division. And method 3 is that you see horizontal multiplication or division. In this case, the vertical thing was the easiest one because you are multiplying with 5. Here also you multiply with 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 1 times 5 is going to be 5. 5 is your answer. But cross multiply always works because sometimes you will not be able to see the multiplicative or division relationships so directly as you are able to see over here. So this is how I solve every question. It doesn't matter whether it is a difficult question or a easy question. So that was the second easy question. It was a word problem. Always read the question first. Always go to the last line and see what they are asking. So they are asking how many miles when the time interval is 25 seconds. So they are talking about miles and they are talking about seconds. And then you go up and whatever information is given about your miles and seconds, you note it down. There are m miles, okay, and k seconds, and ratio of m to k is 1 to 5. So they will give you lots of, I call it garbage. So you have to understand how to get rid of that garbage. So whatever I have underlined, that is the only thing that is important. Other than that, it could be anything. It could be flash of lightning, it could be number of roses, it could be instead of time interval, it could be number of orchids, it could be anything. Okay? Yeah, so that was the second question and that is how I will solve it. Now let's see, this one is medium, so we will be skipping it. Yeah, this question. A customer spent $27 to purchase oranges at $3 per pound. How many pounds of orange did the customer purchase? Again, they're talking about two things. Pounds and dollars. Pounds of oranges, dollars that they cost. So I will make my table. I will write pounds. I will write dollars. So when they are spending $27, they do not know how many pounds are there, so X. Per means 1. Whenever you see 1, that means $3 for 1 pound. So for 1 pound there are $3. And now you see you are dividing with 3 over here. So you divide with 3 over here, number of pounds will be 9. 9 is your answer. Or you can also cross multiply, whichever method you like. And you can also see I am multiplying 9 over here, I am multiplying 9 over here. So 1 times 9 is directly 9. 3 times 9, 27, 1 times 9, 9. If you want to cross multiply, you can do that. 3x equals 27, x will be 9 again. So yeah, again 3 methods. Over here 3 times 9 is 27, that was the easiest one. So for 1 pound it is $3, for 27 pounds it will be $9. For $27 it will be 9 pounds, sorry. So this was the next easy question. Yeah. Moving to the next one, this one is also easy. A group of monarch butterflies migrated from Chicago, Illinois. Again, what I will do, like I told you, I start with a question. What is the question asking? On average, how many miles did the butterfly travel per day? So they want to know miles in 1 day. Okay. So they're talking about miles and they're talking about days. How many miles we do not know. Per day means 1 day. Now I go and read the question. Flying a total of 2100 miles. So 2100 miles, and it took a single butterfly in the group 120 days. So number of days is 120. Everything else we don't need it. Whatever I've underlined, we need 2100 miles. It takes 120 days. How many miles per day? So now here you can see you're dividing with 120, right? So here also you divide with 120. So your x is going to be 2100 divided by 120. Yeah. Or the easiest method is there, you can just cross multiply. 120x equals 2100. You will get the value of x. Now I go to Desmos. I can write anything. I can write 120x equals 2100. You have got the value of x is 17.5. Also in Desmos, whenever you type the linear equation, it will give you x equals something, and x equals something is a vertical line. So you will always see the vertical lines. All you have to do is do minus sign or do plus sign to reach to the answer. And then just click on the point. It will give you the value. So the value is 17.5 over here. Sorry about that. Yeah. So 17.5 is my answer. Now if you write the equation, you will also get x equals 7.5, but in form of a line. If you put directly this, you will get the value directly. For example, if you do x equals 2100 divided by 120, you will get x equals 17.5 because x is alone on that side. Okay, that also you can do. So for division, it's a question mark, where you see question mark in your keyboard below, so you don't have to press any shift or anything, because shift will give you question mark, and there is this sign, the slash, that is your division sign. Multiplication is shift 8. Now quickly moving to the next question. I think this slide is going to be this one is easy question again. So here they're talking about black pens and red pens. So I will write black pen, I will write red pen. Black pen is 8, red pen is 1. 40 black pens, how many red pens? 8 times 5 is 40, so my value is 5. That's easily how you can solve it. Or if you want, you can write 8x equals 40, x equals 5. But here you could directly see that 8 times 5 is 40. Alright. So that was the next question. This one is medium. This one is easy one. The population density of Worthington is 290 people per square mile. Worthington is a population of 92,800 people. What is area in square miles of Worthington? Again, they're talking about just two things: people, square mile. So just make a table, people. You don't even need to write the entire thing, square mile. Because you should understand what you're talking about. So 290 people per means 1. For 1 square mile, the population is 92,800, so there are 92,800 people. What is the area? So this is x. Here I can't see anything, like the numbers are not very intuitive, so you just cross multiply. 290x equals 92,800. And after this you go to Desmos. You just write the equation 290x equals 92,800. I am choosing x because Desmos understands x and y. And now you just press the minus sign. Let me show how the minus sign will look like, because it's not over here. Yeah. So now you can see the minus sign. So you just push it so that you can come to the answer, because over here you're not seeing any line. So just, and now 320. So 320 is going to be your answer. Alright. So So 320 is the area. This is my answer. Now the next question, this is also easy. A wind turbine completes 900 revolutions in 50 minutes. At this rate, how many revolutions per minute? So again, you have revolutions, you have minutes. 900 revolutions in 50 minutes. How many revolutions per minute? That means the number of minutes is 1. Again, you have no idea what is happening. Just cross multiply 50x equals 900. You will get the value of x. 50x equals 900, and you can see x is 18. So my answer is 18. Wait, I would just like to put the cross multiplication sign over here. Now question number 12 is also the easy one. In the table above, the ratio of y to x is constant. What is the value of k? So you have to find the value of k. Again, just take last two values. You can see 5 times 4 is 20. You are multiplying with 4. So 40 times 4 is 160. So the value of k is 160. Or if you are not able to see that, just cross multiply. 5k equals 20 times 4. Go to Desmos, type this. Now, if you will type 5k equals 20 times 4, you will see you will not see anything. Because, and you will see, we only support implicit equations of x and y. Got it? So what you have to do, you have to convert every other variable into x and y. So we have just instead of k, write x. That is it. You will get your answer. X is 16. So 16 is 40 times 20. Yeah, it's not 20 times 4. I was like, why we are getting a different answer? So now you can see it is 160. Okay? And it might be possible that you're not seeing any of this, so just keep zooming out until you see this. 160. Alright? So you have to convert every single other variable into x and y. Because you're solving ratio and rate, so just convert it. If there's only one variable, just convert it into x. So just instead of k, you write x. 5x equals 20 times 40. You will get the value of 160, but you can directly also see that it is 160. Now this is hard one. Yeah, this is easy. The ratio of t to u is 1 to 2 and t is equal to 10. What is the value of? So you have t, you have u. The ratio is 1 to 2. T is 10. You have to find what is the value of u. You are multiplying with 2. Multiply with 2, 20 is your answer. Even if you cross multiply, x will be 2 times 10, 20. So it's that easy. Alright? Now the next one. This one is also easy. A special camera is used for underwater ocean research. When the camera is at a depth of 58 fathoms, what is the camera's depth in feet? And 1 fathom equals feet. So they're talking about fathom and they're talking about feet. And 1 fathom is 6 feet. It's given as 58 fathoms. You have to find the depth in feet. Just set up the equation like the table. And now you just cross multiply. X is going to be 58 times 6. No brainer. Every single time we just, and multiplication is shift 8. 348 is going to be my answer. So my answer is 348 feet. Okay? Yeah, again, how many yards are equivalent to 612 inches? 1 yard is 36 inches. Again, you just write yard, inches. 1 yard is 36 inches. 612 inches are there. How many yards? Again, just cross multiply. 36x equals 612. So I just write 36x equals 216. 612, not 216. 17 is my answer. Okay. 19. Next one is 20. The 20 is also easy question. Shark 1 has 7 red cards and 28 blue cards. What is the ratio of red cards to blue cards that the Shark 1 has? So there is red, there is blue they're talking about. Red are 7, blue is 28. Smaller number is red, divide by 7. On both sides you will get 1, divide by 7. You will get 4 here. So 1 to 4. Because they're talking about red to blue cards. So first red should come, then blue should come. Okay. And otherwise what you could have done, because red is smaller, so you just make it 1 and then you find x. 7x equals 28, x you will get 4. So the ratio is 1 to 4. That's also how you can do it. If they're talking about blue to red, then just write blue first, red later. Here, 23. A cherry pitting machine pits 12 pounds of cherries in 3 minutes. Okay, 12 pounds, 3 minutes. How many minutes to pit 96 pounds? Pounds, minutes. 12 pounds, 3 minutes. How many minutes? 96. So 12 times 8 is 96. 3 times 8 is going to be 24. So my answer is 24. If you don't know that, then you can just set up 12x equals 3 times 96. Go to decimals. 12x equals 3 times 96. 24. You will get 24 minutes. Next one. A kangaroo has a mass of 28 kilograms. What is kangaroo's mass in grams? 1 kilogram is 1000 grams. So they're talking about kg, they're talking about grams. 28 kilograms. We do not know how many grams. So 1 kg means 1000. Cross multiply, x equals 28,000. That's simple. Okay. 25. Next question. Yeah, this one is also easy question. An object travels at a constant speed of 12 centimeters per second. At this speed, what is the time it would take for an object to travel 108 centimeter? Talking about centimeter, they're talking about second. 12 centimeter per means 1. 12 centimeter in 1 second. 108 centimeter, they do not know time. So you just write x. Now 12 times 9 is 108. If you know that, very good, answer is just 9. Even if you do not know that 12x equals 108, you just go here and 12x equals 108 you write. You will get 9. I hope you're clear, like you just have to make table and you just have to cross multiply things. And if you are able to see the relationship directly, then that's also good. So weight of an object on Venus is approximately 9/10 of its weight on Earth. The weight of an object on Jupiter is approximately 23/10 of its weight on Earth. Object weighs 100 pounds on Earth. How much more pounds does it weigh on Jupiter than it weighs on Venus? So this question is asking, are you sure that this is an easy question? Yeah, this is an easy question. Okay. Here. We're talking about how many more. So how many more means they're talking about, you have to subtract. So what you will do, you will write Earth and you will write Jupiter minus Venus. because Jupiter is higher than Venus. Okay, of its weight on Earth, right? So let's say if the weight on Earth was 1, Jupiter was 23/10, Venus was 9/10. So 23/10 minus 9/10. Now on Earth, this is 100 pounds. We have to see what this will be. This is how you can set up the table. So I'm directly writing Jupiter minus Venus because that is what they are interested in. Alright. So of its weight, that means you have to multiply. So now you just will get x equals 100 times 23/10 minus 9/10. We can solve it mentally. So 23 minus 9 is going to be 14. So 100 times 14/10 is going to be 140. So how many more? The answer is 140. And in this question you didn't have to find out the weight of Jupiter and the weight of Venus and then subtract it. Just give me a second. This is what I want to know. Okay, yeah. So I will just write it over here because this is not completely visible. Yeah. So x equals 100 times 23 minus 9/10 because the denominator is same. So you will directly get 140. Even if you do not know how to do calculations, you can just go here and just do x equals 23 minus 9 divided by 10 times 100, 140. One more thing, you have to put parentheses because if you just do 23/10 minus 9, then it will be on the next line. Okay. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. Yeah. Next question. Yeah. How many feet are equivalent to 34 yards? 1 yard is 3 feet. Feet. 1 yard is 3 feet. 34 yards. X is going to be 34 times 3. If you want, you can do the calculation by yourself, but you can also use decimals. X equals 34. Shift 8 times 3, 102 is your answer. Alright. To make bakery signature chocolate muffins, a baker needs 2.5 ounces of chocolate for each muffin. How many points are needed to make 48 signature? And in 1 pound there are 16 ounces. So 2.5 ounces. Okay, first we'll find ounces because now they're talking about two different things. So you make ounces, muffins, and we write pounds. So in 2.5 ounces, to make a bakery signature chocolate muffin. So to make one muffin you need 2.5 ounces. For 48, how much ounces do you need? Alright, so first you find that by doing x equals 2.5 times 48, and then you have to find the number of pounds. I think I will make two different tables for this one. That then it will be better to explain. Ounces, pounds. For 1 pound there are 16 ounces. For 2.5 times 48, how many pounds will be there? So directly get 16x equals 2.5 times 48. X is going to be 7.5. You can also just go to decimals and put this in. 16x equals 2.5 times 48, 7.5. Okay, because here they're talking about three different things: ounces, muffins and pounds. There's a relationship between ounces and muffins. There's a relationship between ounces and pounds. You don't even need to calculate this. From here you find the number of ounces are going to be 2.5 times 48. You have to see how many pounds will be there, and for everything I'm using variable x because Desmos understands x. Okay, I hope that is clear, but I will try to explain this from one more method. Yeah, because you can also write ounces, pounds here and muffins over here. 1 pound means 16 ounces. I do not know how many muffins are there, don't care. Now for one muffin there are 2.5 ounces. Okay, so from there you can see x is going to be 16x is 2.5, so this is going to be 2.5 divided by 16. And now for 48 muffins you have to find number of pounds. So now you just cross multiply 48 times 2.5 over 16 equals 1, and you can get your answer. From here also you will see y equals 7.5. Alright, but yes, you will have to make two different conversions, so I would recommend making two different tables. Then it will be easier. A fish swam a distance of 5,104 yards. How far did the fish swim in miles? Again, they're talking about miles and yards. 1 mile is 1760 yards. They want the answer in miles. The distance is 5104. So 1760x equals 5104. We're just cross multiplying. 1760x equals 5104. 2.9. So 2.9 is going to be my answer. So when there are more than two things, just make two different tables. That is what I would recommend. Over here no need to, just centimeter and meter. 1 meter is 100 centimeters, that is given to you. 51 meters is given to you. You have to find the length in centimeters. So x equals 51 times 100, that is just directly 5100. Yeah, this one is the next one. Martha has 7,500 pesos. She will convert to US dollars using a currency exchange service. At this time, the currency exchange rate is 1 peso is 0.075 US dollars. The exchange service will charge Martha 2% fees. So 7,500 pesos convert to US dollars. 1 peso is 0.075 US dollars. Exchange service fee will charge. That means you subtract 2% fee on the converted US dollar amount. How many US dollars will Martha receive from the currency exchange after 2% fee is applied? So you have, they've given this an easy one? Okay, yeah, sure. So you have pesos and then you have dollars. 1 peso is 0.075 US dollars. They have 7,500 pesos. How many US dollars will be there? Simply cross multiply. X is going to be 7,500 times 0.075. 7500 times 0.075. Answer is 562.5. Now there is the charging 2% fee. That means remaining amount that she will receive amount is going to be 100 minus 2%, that is 98% fee, 98% of 562.5. Got it? So over here, because they're cutting 2%, so remaining is 98%. So she's getting 98% of the total amount. Total amount is 562.5. Now 98% of 562.5, 98, you will write 98. Percentage means divide by 100, off means multiplication. 562.5. That is how you solve all the percentage questions. So 98 over 100 times 562.5. We just have to go here. Okay, let me look at the options. Yeah, so you don't even have to solve anything. Yeah, this is known as process of elimination. That is what I was thinking. Your x is 562.5 and you're cutting something out of it, so that option is gone. And if you're cutting something, you will be getting something which is lesser than 562.5. So your answer should be less than 562.5. This option is eliminated. This option is eliminated. This is your answer. So you don't even need to find 98% or anything. It's just common sense. You've got your x is 562.5. So your answer has to be less than 562.5. There's only one option. So always look at the option. Keep your eyes open and look at the options, because by just the process of elimination, you might be able to get your answer and you don't have to solve further. But let's say there were two options that were less than 562.5, then you would have to find 98% of 562.5 and you will get 551.25. Got it? So I would just say no need to do this in this question, because I'm just looking at the options. Anyways, if we have to find out 98 divided by 100, now whenever you're going in division and you have to multiply, do not directly press multiply sign. Always press the arrow sign, the right arrow, and then put multiplication sign. Otherwise, if you just put multiplication sign over here, they start multiplying in the denominator. And what happens, you're just typing and then you have typed everything and then you say, oh my god, we typed it wrong. So remember this thing. Go here. Whenever you are going in division, if you do not want anything in the denominator, always press the right arrow sign. Then you do multiplication, and we were doing 562.5, 551.25. That will also give you the answer as 551.25. But in this particular question, there was no need. I am just shifting myself again and oh my god. Just a second. Okay. Sorry, I'm just shifting things a little bit. Yeah. So I'm just shifting myself based on, you can see the entire solution. Alright. So no need to do this. You have just got 562.5. Your answer has to be less than 562.5, and there's only one option. That's process of elimination. And that is why they call it an easy question, because you didn't have to solve for it. Now this one, Tilly earns P dollars for every W hours of work. So again, they're talking about dollars and they're talking about hours. P dollars for every W hours of work. Which expression, and whenever they're talking about every, that means it's a ratio proportional problem. Which expression represents the amount of money? They don't know the amount of money Tilly earns for 39 W hours of work. So here you are multiplying with 39. Here also you will be multiplying with 39. So P times 39 is 39P. Or if you want to cross multiply, you can do that, but I won't recommend it. But yeah, that's okay. 39PW. WW cancels, X equals 39P. That's also how you can solve it. next is 48, next is 49. I'm sorry, I have not like arranged them in order. I'm just looking at this. I think that shouldn't be a problem. So what is the maximum number of people that could attend this event? So they're talking about people. And I can directly see they're talking about square feet. And she's planning event in 5400 square feet. So make sure that you write this in 5400 over here. Maximum number of people, what? So you write X over here. There should be at least 8 square feet per person. So for one person there is 8 square feet. Alright. So 8x equals 5400. You're not seeing anything over here. Now you're seeing 675. 675 is your answer. Alright. Last few questions for easy. Yeah, this one. T equals 4u. Which of the following is equivalent to 2t? So t equals 4u. In this question you want 2t. That means you are multiplying the entire equation with 2. When you multiply the entire equation with 2, you get 2t equals 8u. So your answer is going to be 8u. Alright. That's the easiest way that you can solve this one. Yeah, this one over here. How many teaspoons are equivalent to 44 tablespoons? 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. So you have teaspoons and you have tablespoons. What is given? 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. It's given as 44 tablespoons. How many teaspoons? So you write X over here. See, I'm multiplying with 44 over here. So here also I'll multiply with 44. My answer is going to be 132. If not, you can just write X as 44 times 3. X equals 44 times 3, you will get 132. Over here also you are eventually doing 3 times 44. Okay? Yeah. And after that, this is the last one. Yeah. This is the last easy question. After this, I have to go to the washroom, so I will take a break. The ratio of x to y is equivalent to the ratio 12 to t. Okay, you are talking about x, they're talking about y. This is 12, this is t. X is 156. What is the value of y in terms of t? So I just write y. What I have to do, I have to cross multiply. You will get 12y equals 156t. Divide by 12, divide by 12. Y is going to be 156t over 12. So you see this option is gone, this option is gone, 13t and 12t. 12 times 12 is 144, so this option is also gone. My answer is just 13t. Because if y were 12t, 12 times 12 will be 144, not 156. Okay, and if you want, you can just check also. You have to do 156 divided by 12. Remove the t thing. 13 is your answer, so 13t. But you can directly cross out the options as well. Alright? Yeah. So with this, we have finished all the easy questions. Now we'll be moving to the medium questions. But before that, I have to quickly go to the washroom, so I'll be right back. I'm sorry, I'm on live, I can't do anything else, but I'm leaving this question for you. So whoever is watching, you can try solving this and you can write your answers in live chat. I'll be back maybe within 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm back. D, 17,136. First found how many miles per minute, then I multiplied by 60 to get 1 hour. Yeah, okay. Great, Sakya, let me read the question and then we can move ahead, and I just have to I think, yeah, now can you hear me? Can you just give me a thing that you can hear me, because I had turned off my mic and now I've opened it, so they're showing that my audio is not perfect, but right now it's showing excellent, so yeah, I think it should be fine. So the International Space Station orbits Earth at an average speed of 4.76 miles per second. You just have to multiply 4.76, or you first find minutes and then you found hours, right? Yeah, very good. That is what you have to do. How we can quickly solve it? By our method. So we have miles and we have seconds. It is 4.76 miles in 1 second. So now in 1 minute there are 60 seconds. And in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. So basically in 1 hour there are going to be 3600 seconds, because 60 times 60 is 3600. So you just write 3600 over here and you find the value of x. So x is going to be 4.76 times 3600. Or yes, you can multiply with 60 twice. That's also perfectly fine. I'm just going to move myself over here. I will keep moving myself. Yeah, we can hear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the confirmation. Yeah, so 4.76 times 3600. Now we just go to Desmos and 4.76 times 3600. 17136. So that's our answer. Perfect. That's correct. Great, Safia. Now the next question. I'm also going to name them as medium 1 or medium 2. Yeah. This one was an easy question. We have already done this one. This one. Population density. So yeah, you can multiply with 60 and then you can multiply with 60. That also you can do, or you can directly multiply with 3600, because in 1 hour there are 3600 seconds. 60 times 60. Population density of island. What they are asking, by how many people did island population increase? They are interested in the increase from 1990 to 2014. Okay. The population density in people per square kilometer increased from 2.5 in 1990 to 3.3 in 2014. The land area of Iceland was 100 to 250 square kilometers. So what we will do, we will write people and we will write square kilometer. Change in people, because we want to know population increase, that is increase in population or whatever. So per square kilometer, that means 1 square kilometer, change was 3.3 minus 2.5. When the land area is 100 to 50, what will be change in population or increase in population? So now you can just cross multiply. So x will be 3.3 minus 2.5 times 100 to 50. So you don't have to find two different populations and then subtract it. You can first subtract and then multiply as well. So 3.3 minus 2.5. So when you put the closing parentheses, you don't have to put the open parentheses. You can see they have already put it. You can see it's light gray. So you don't have to do that. Now we have to multiply with 100 to 50 times 100 to 50. Answer is 80,200. So that's a good thing that you can directly write the change in population or increase in population and directly subtract over here. Otherwise, what you would have done, you would have first found 2014, 1990, and then you found the populations and then subtracted it. So that would take much more time, because there are two multiplication operations and then subtraction. Here there's just one subtraction and then multiplication. and all you can do in just one go. Alright? Now next one, this we have already done, this we have already done. Yeah, this one. If x over y equals 4, 24 x over ny equals 4, what is the value of n? The value of n is going to be 24 because you should get x over y at the end. So basically 24x over ny should be equal to x over y because both of them are equal to 4. So here I am multiplying with 24. So here also I will multiply with 24. So the same thing, whenever you are writing equation like this, you can cancel the tops, you can cancel the bottoms when they are on equal side, opposite of the equal side to each other. So for example, if you have numerator 1, denominator 1, numerator 2, denominator 2, you can also switch them. You can also write n1 over n2 equals d1 over d2. Okay? Or you can switch these two as well. So it would become d2 over d1 equals n2 over n1. That's also allowed. Or you can also take the reciprocals. So this is switching the, okay. So when you take reciprocals, it will be d1 over n1 equals d2 over n2. All these forms are correct and all these forms are possible. So over here you have 24x over ny equals x over y. If you want, you can also switch these 24x over x equals ny over y. Y cancels, x cancels, and equals 24. That is how also you can solve it. And these are 4 different forms of proportional relationships. Just switch. Whatever you cross multiplying, you can just switch them. Okay? Question number 9. Pure beeswax has a density of 0.555 ounce per cubic inch. Online company sells price at $8 per ounce. What is the selling price? Selling price in dollars per cubic inch. So there are 3 things. They're talking about ounces, they're talking about cubic inches, they're talking about dollars. I prefer making 2 different tables, but let's make one table and see what is happening. For 1 cubic inch, you have 0.555 ounces. And you want selling price in dollars per cubic inch only, you want this value. An online company sells beeswax at price of $8 per ounce. So this is $8 per ounce. So over here you can bypass cubic inches altogether. You don't have this value, you don't even need this value, just cut this. Cross multiply them directly. So you can make 3 of them. So it will just be x equals 8 times 0.555. Otherwise what you would have done, you would have just made for ounces in cubic inches, found the cubic inches, and then found the dollars. So no need to do all of that. You can just bypass it. Alright? So x is just 8 times 0.555, 4.44. So selling price is $4.44. I hope you understand how we can, like, there are 3 different things given to you. You write all 3 different things: ounces, cubic inches, dollars. And in 1 cubic inch there are 0.555 ounces, and they want to know in 1 cubic inch how many dollars are there. So for 1 cubic inch in ounces you write 0.555, in dollars you write x. Next thing, we only know that for 1 ounce the price is $8. So for 1 ounce the price is $8. So cubic inch you can just forget because there all 4 values are given to you. Okay? Otherwise what you would have done, let me show that as well, so that You know, in 1 ounce it is $8. So first you would have find out how many dollars for 0.555. So that would be x equals 8 times 0.555. Because in 1 cubic inch you have 0.555 ounces. Alright, so anyways you will get the same answer. Because we are like relating 1 cubic inch to dollars and we are relating 1 cubic inch to ounces. Alright. No, this one is very difficult, so no. We are doing medium questions right now. I am not encountering any medium question right now. Oh, this is also hard. This one is medium over here. In such a ride, what would be average speed of his horse have been to the nearest tenth of miles per hour? They want answer in miles per hour. He would have traveled 11 miles in everything else. I don't need that information for now. So you have miles, you have minutes, and he's traveling 11 miles in 26 minutes. Miles per hour. So in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. So in minutes I will write 60, miles we have to find out, I will write x. That's it. Now just set up my equation. 26x equals 11 times 60. Go to Desmos. Check your value, 25.385. Now they want to the nearest tenth. So nearest tenth is 25.4. If you write any other answer other than this, you will not get any marks because they are very clear that they want to the nearest tenth. Alright? Yeah. So I'm just telling you the beauty of setting up tables and just cross multiplying. Same thing over here. Rectangle has a length 15 and width W. Rectangle B has length 20 and same length to width ratio as rectangle A. So if it is the same ratio, you can just write length and width over here. You can write A, you can write B. This is for rectangle A and these dimensions are for rectangle B. Length is 15, width is W. Length is 20, same length to width ratio, you have to write this in terms of W. Just cross multiply. 15x equals 20W. Divide by 15, divide by 15. X equals 20 over 15 times W. Four-third. You can also cut by hand, they are divisible by 5. If no, you can just go to Desmos. Yeah, one more thing. When you go to Desmos and you just type 20 over 15, it's giving you answer in decimal, but your options are in fractions. So in Desmos, you can see this is given. This over this. This converts the decimals into fractions, and when you click it back, it converts into decimal. So that's a great thing. Let me show it to you. Yeah, right now it will be visible. So that's a great thing that you can do in decimals. Conversion from decimal to fractions and fractions to decimals. Yes, now this one. Tanya earns 13. Okay. Which of the following expressions gives the amount in dollars Tanya will earn if she works 3 hours? Okay. So they're talking about dollars and they're talking about hours. Tanya earns $13.5 per hour. So in 1 hour she is earning 13.5. If she works Z hours, she earns 13.50 times $Z. If she works for 3 Z hours, how much she will be earning? So now from going from Z to 3Z, you're just multiplying with 3. So multiply with 3 over here as well. So you have to do 3 times 13.50 Z, and you will just look at the options. This is your answer. Alright. Otherwise, we can also cross multiply. You will get 3Z times 13.50Z is equal to XZ. You want X, so just divide with Z, divide with Z. 1Z will be cancelled and X will be 3 times 13.50Z. Again, you will get the same answer. Is someone in the chat? Pramila Upadhyay. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Sorry, I didn't see the chat. Yeah. Yeah, so it was just easy question. You just have to see that you're multiplying with 3, you just multiply with 3 and you don't even have to calculate anything. That's your answer. Next medium question, I hope I find it soon. Yeah, I found it. Over here, 1 gallon is 128 fluid ounces. So they're talking about gallons and fluid ounces, that's for sure. How many times could Jenny completely fill the glass with 1 gallon of water? Okay. The glass pictured above, for this I need to read the question. The glass pictured above can hold a maximum volume. So there's volume as well, okay. 473 cubic centimeter, which is approximately 16 fluid ounces. Okay, Jenny has a pitcher that contains 1 gallon of water. So basically what is happening, she's having this glass, okay, which holds 16 fluid ounces or 473 cubic centimeters. She has a pitcher that contains 1 gallon of water. Now what she is doing, she's filling the glass. How many times could Jenny completely fill the glass with 1 gallon of water? Now she has this 1 gallon of water and she is filling the glass. So how many times she can completely fill this glass? Alright? That's what the problem is saying. So now there are fluid ounces and number of times, because they're talking about how many times. So I will write number of times. Hash means number of, and you have, there is gallon, there is cubic centimeter, but everything is being converted into fluid ounces. If you see, cubic centimeter is also converted into fluid ounces, gallon is also converted into fluid ounces. So I will just write fluid ounces, FLOZ. So if you are filling the glass 1 time completely, that's 16 fluid ounces. If you have to fill it with 1 gallon and 1 gallon, there are 128 fluid ounces. So instead of 1 gallon, you will write 128 fluid ounces and you will find out how many number of times. Now I directly know 16 times 8 is 128. So my answer is going to be 8. If you do not know that, just cross multiply, set a big equation, 16x equals 128. Go to Desmos, 16x equals 128. You will see the answer is 8. Alright. Now this diagram is there to confuse you. The question has nothing to do with the diagram. The volume is given over there. The shape is given to you, right? But that is just to confuse you. It has no agenda. It has no use over here. The only thing is they've given you cubic centimeters, but they've also told you that how to convert that cubic centimeters into fluid ounces. Next thing they're talking about gallons, but gallons also they're converting into fluid ounces. So if I have my fluid ounces, I am done. Okay, I don't need anything else. If you're not able to understand that, then just make the table include everything. Because they want how many times, so I write number of times. They're giving cubic centimeters, so I write cubic centimeter. I write fluid ounces, I write gallon. So this glass has a volume of 473 cubic centimeters and that is 16 fluid ounces. They want to then know the number of times when it is 1 gallon, and in 1 gallon there are 128 fluid ounces. So you can cancel this, you can cancel this. Only this is the information that you need. And let me just move it here. Got it? If you want, you can write all things: number of times, cubic centimeter, fluid ounces, and gallons. 1 time, 473 cubic centimeters, 16 fluid ounces. In 1 gallon, there are 120 fluid ounces, and you want to know the number of times. So all 4 columns are filled only for number of times and fluid ounces. So you can just cancel cubic centimeter and gallons and just cross multiply. You will get your equation, that is 16x equals 128. So you just have to see where all 4 columns are being filled completely. No medium question. I think there are very few medium questions, and as soon as I think about, there are very few medium questions, I encounter a medium question. Alright, one of planets, moon orbits the planet every 252 days. I'm just checking if I have any messages. I don't have any messages here. Okay. They orbit the planet every 252 days. So in 252 days, they are orbiting the planet 1 time. Second moon orbits the planet every 287 days. So in every 287 days, they are completing their orbit. How many more? When they talk about how many more, that means they're talking about subtraction. Does it take the second moon to orbit the planet 29 times? Then it takes the first moon to orbit the planet 29 times. So there is number of times, because 29 times they're talking about. And there are how many more days? So they're talking about days. So days of second moon minus first moon. So you see, second moon is 287. First moon is 252, so 287 minus 252, and that day they are completing the orbit of the planet 1 times. Like they are orbiting the planet 1 times, right? Because every means 1 time. Now they want to know for 29 times how many more days. You just write x over here, and you just have to cross multiply. X equals 287 minus 252 times 29. And if you want, you can also write second moon and first moon, and then write subtraction. That also you can do, okay? Oh, okay, sorry. The question was moved. Yeah. Anyways, now I go here. I just have to do x equals parentheses, because you're first subtracting and then multiplying. 29, 1014. So the answer is going to be 1014. It is going to take 1015 more days. Otherwise, what you would have done, you would have first found 287 times 29. Then you would have found 252 times 29 and then subtracted them. You will still get the same answer. 287 times 29 minus 252 times 29. 1014. Alright? But I prefer subtracting first and then just doing one multiplication operation. Even though you have decimals, but because I'm used to do calculations by hand, so that is why I prefer this one. Okay? So how many more means subtraction. So you can directly subtract for 1 times, and then for 29 times you can directly find that value. So there is just one relationship, so you don't have to make several tables and then find out your answer. This one is tough, this one is easy, this one is easy again, this one is medium. Which of the following speeds is equivalent to 90 kilometers per hour, meters per second? So they want the answer in meters per second. I'm going to write meters, I'm going to write second. If you know to convert from kilometer to per hour, you can directly multiply with 5 over 18. Answer will be directly 25 meter per second. If you know this relationship, to convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second, you have to multiply with 5 over 18, and to go from meter per second to kilometer per hour, you have to multiply with 18 over 5. But if you do not know this thing, like if you're like, we don't remember this, and what if we don't remember this? No need to worry. We have meters and seconds. 90 kilometers per hour. So 90 kilometers means 90,000 meters. 1 hour means 60 seconds. So you just write 90 kilometers in meters and you write 1 hour in seconds. 3600 seconds, my bad. Like I told you, it's 60 times 60 because 60 minutes and then 60 seconds. And then per second means you have to find out the number of meters in 1 second. So what we are doing 90 kilometer is going to be 90,000 meter because 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. And 1 hour is your 3600 seconds. 60 times 60. That's it. So you know meters, you know seconds, and now you just cross multiply, get your equation. You will get the value of x. 3600x equals 90,000. See, my only point is it's good if you remember things, but if you don't, or if you forget, or if you get confused, then you should know a way out. You should always know a way out, because you can't just be dependent on remembering everything. So the answer is 25 meters per second. That is why I try to have different methods of doing the same problem, so that I have a way out always. I don't get stuck with formulas. Of course you should remember, but I should not get stuck with lots of information. So if you remember, you can also remember to convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second. You just have to multiply with 5 over 18. Anyways, next one. A distance of 61 furlong is equivalent to how many feet? And now they've given you several relationships. So we have furlongs, we have yards, and we have feet. 61 furlong is how many feet they want to know. 1 furlong is 220 yards and 1 yard is 3 feet. So if I have this value, I will be able to solve for it. So first I find this one. I will call this x. X equals 220 times 3. So this is 660. And now I can cancel this and I have these 4 values. So from there x will be 61 times 660. Or the other method is (61 furlong). Now 1 furlong is 220 yards. So this 1 furlong will be 61, 220 yards. So you multiply. And now 1 yard is 3 feet. So instead of this yard, you write 3 feet. So you get 61 times 220 times 3 feet. Got it? 61 furlong means 61 times 1 furlong. 1 furlong is 220 yards. 220 yards means 220 times 1 yard. 1 yard is 3 feet. So that is how also you can get your answer. Or you can make use of table. First find feet and then go over here. Alright. Anyways, we need to do 61 times 220 times 3. 40,260. This is my answer. 61 times 660 is going to be the same because we have multiplied with shift 8. Alright? Yeah, so first method is you make the table, you find this like this value, and then you find that value. Or method 2, you just convert furlong to yard, yard to feet. How many times? Oh, it's already been one. Yeah. ABVP high 25. Okay, yeah. So conversion from kilometer per hour to kilometer, not kilometer per second, kilometer per hour to meter per second. Yes, okay, it's not kilometer per hour to kilometer per second. This is kilometer per hour to meter per second. The conversion is 5 over 18. So you have to multiply with 5 over 18. And before going to that question, why it happens, I will also tell you that. Because 3600 seconds means 1000 meters. If you are converting 1 kilometer per hour, so 1 kilometer is your 1000 meter, and 1 hour is 3600 seconds. So to find in meter per second, you will be doing 1000 divided by 3600. So when you simplify that, you get 5 over 18. That is why kilometer per hour to meter per second is your 5 over 18. You have to multiply with 5 over 18. Okay? Not kilometer per second, meter per second. Yeah. And there's one more method to solve this. I don't even remember which question was it. So, let's see. Yeah, the question was 90 kilometer per hour, right? So you have 90 kilometer divided by 1 hour. So 90 kilometer, you can convert this into meters. You will have to multiply with 1000 meter, and 1 hour you can convert it into 30 seconds. It will be 3600 seconds. So now you have got your meter per second, and this is your 90,000 divided by 3600 seconds. This is another way of doing this. So it will be 900 divided by 36. Got it? So this is how you can also do, because 90 kilometer divided by 1 hour. You convert kilometer into meters, you convert hours into seconds. You have got your meter per second, all the other values you just simplify. From here also you will get 25. Now coming to this question, food protein cost. I hope the entire question is visible. Yes, it is visible. The table shows the amount of protein in 2 foods and the cost of each food. Based on the table, what is the ratio of cost per gram of protein in a large egg to cost per gram of protein in a cup of milk? Okay. Yeah. So first, you have protein, you have cost. Here they're talking about egg, they're talking about milk. In 6 grams, this is $0.36. In 8 grams, this is $0.24. You want per gram, so what I will do, I will find per gram for each of them. So first I will write for egg, protein cost, 6 grams is 0.36. So 1 gram will be dividing with 6, divide with 6, it will be 0.06. Or you can just write it x, 6x equals 0.36, get the value. So this one is $0.06 per gram. Now for milk, again you have protein and you have cost. For 8 grams it is $0.24. So for 1 it will be, if you write x, 8x equals 0.24, but you can directly see you're multiplying you're dividing with 6 over here, you're dividing with 8, so divide with 8, you will get x equals 0.03. So this one is $0.03 per gram. Okay, or you can directly set up the equation 8x equals 0.24, you will get x equals 0.03. Now be very careful, these two x's are different. We are using x because in Desmos we can only put x and y. Now you have got egg and you have got milk. Egg is $0.06 in 1 gram, this is $0.03 in 1 gram. They want to know what is the ratio. So this is the smaller number, make it 1. And because you are you can see 0.03 times 2 is 0.06. Let me not make it complicated. So this is going to be 1, this is going to be 2. So the answer is going to be 2 to 1. Alright. And if you have to solve with cross multiplication method, because this is smaller number, you write 1, you write x over here. 0.03x equals 0.06. X is going to be 2. So 2 to 1 is your answer. Got it? So first we are finding per gram for large egg, we are finding per gram per cup of milk. Only then we can proceed and then we can get our answer. You cannot directly divide 36 to 24, that will be the wrong answer. You will get 2 to 3, like, you will not get any of the options here. So you cannot directly divide, first you have to find per gram for both of them. So we have two different tables for both of them. Okay, I will be sitting right in between so you can see the entire thing. For egg we are finding cost per gram, for milk we are finding cost per gram, and then we are just comparing them. You can see it's 2 to 1 because it's just double of this. The population density of Cedar County is 230 people per square mile. So we have people, we have square mile. 230 people per 1. Population is 85,100. What is the area? So you just write x over here. And now we cross multiply. 230x equals 85,100. $370 is your answer. So the area in square miles is 370. Again, furlong question. So we have already seen, we'll first convert furlong to yard. So 112 furlong. Furlong is 220 yards. So 112 times 220 yards. Yard is 3 feet. So 112 times 220 times 3 feet. So 112 times 220 times 3, 73,920. $73,290 is my answer. Okay. Yeah, this is the question. So the ratio of J to K is 11 to 12. So you write J, you write K. No, this is not that question, I'm sorry. 11 and this is 12. J is multiplied with 17. So what is k multiplied by to maintain the same ratio? So you have to multiply the same number. So answer is 17. To maintain the same ratio, you have to multiply 17, and if you're not sure how you should get it, so when you're multiplying 11 with 17, this will be 11 times 17, this is x. Cross multiply, 11x should be 12 times 11 times 17. Divide by 11, you're multiplying 12 with 17. So k is also being multiplied with 17. Alright? So you have to multiply or divide with the same number to maintain the same ratio. You can directly see, so no need to do all of this. Easy question. This is the medium. How many tablespoons are equivalent to 14 teaspoons? And in 3 teaspoons there is 1 tablespoon. So you have tablespoon, you have teaspoon. How many tablespoons? 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. Cross multiply, 3x equals 14. So over here you can directly see x is 14 thirds. If you go to Desmos, like some people will do that, you're getting 4.667. So write 4.667, or you can also write 4.666. All these three are valid answers, but always write your answer to 1000th place whenever it is a repeating decimal. I recommend writing in this form because this is the exact answer. Okay. Triathlon is a multi-sport race consisting of 3 different legs. Completed cycling leg with an average speed of 19.700 miles per hour. What was the average speed in yards per hour of the participant during the cycling? 1 mile is 1760 yards. So like I told, for kilometer per hour, this is 19.7 miles per means division 1 hour. Now you want the answer in yards per hour, so nothing will happen to hour. And now 1 mile is 1760 yards. So 19.7 mile will become times 1760 yards. You have yard per hour. Now you just get your answer, 19.7 times 1760. 34672. But you can always resort to the tables. So there is no question of converting into hours because that's already there. So you just have miles and you have yards. So in 1 mile there is 1760 yards. It is 19.7 miles. You have to find how many yards. So x equals 19.7 times 1760. Because this is per hour, you don't need to convert anything. So from here also you will get 34,672. That's your answer. Yep. Now this question. The total area of a coastal city is 92.1 square miles, of which 11.3 square miles is water. If the city had a population of 621,000 people, which of the following is closest to population density in people per square mile? So there is a coastal city, total is 92.1 square miles. Water is 11.3 square miles. Now if there are people living, people are not going to live in water. And you have to find people per square mile of land area. So first you need to find what will be your land area. Land area is going to be total minus water. Okay, so now they want people and land area, so I'm going to write people, I'm going to write land area. Population is 621,000, so those 621,000 people are living on the land area of 92.1 minus 11.3, because total minus water. Now they want to know how many people per square mile, that means for 1 square mile. Cross multiply, you will get your answer. 621,000 equals 92.1 minus 11.3 in parentheses times x. And my cat is here. She was here all the time, but she was sitting on the other side. Now she's come to this side. She's a nice cat. She is not the one that troubles me the most. That's my younger kitten. She understands that I'm working. You can't see any answer, just keep subtracting things. You will get your answer. 7685.644. 7685, so the closest answer is 7690 because they want closest. That's method 1. How can you solve it using another method? They have to find population density. So that's number of people per means division divided by land area. So people is 621,000, land area is 92.1 minus 11.3. That's how also you can get your answer, because per also means 1, per also means division. So people per square mile of land area means people per square mile of land area. People are 621,000, land area is 92.1 minus 11.3. Everything will be given in the question. (7690) is the closest answer. So the only trick over here is that you have to know that interested in this land area. How can you get the land area from total area and water? That was the only thing. Other things are fairly simple. D equals 55t can be used to calculate the distance travelled at a speed of 55 miles per hour for any positive constant. The distance the car would have travelled after 9k hours is how many times the distance the car would have travelled after 3k hours. The answer is 3 hours. How to go about this problem? Okay. So you have distance and you have time. 55 miles for 1 hour. For 3k, the answer will be you're multiplying with 3k, you're multiplying with 3k. For 9k, and they're talking about how many times. So to go from 3k to 9k, you're just multiplying with 3. So here also you will only multiply with 3. That means the distance is 3 times. Because 9k divided by 3k is just 3. Got it? So you are increasing the time by 3 times, so distance will also increase by 3 times, and 55 has no role in this. Alright, and if you don't get it in this way, let me show you a different method. Now distance is 55t. So the first distance will be 55 times 3k. The second distance will be 55 times 9k. And they want to know after 9k hours is how many times. So you have to find out d2 over d1. 55 times 9k over 55 times 3k. 55 cancels, k cancels, 9 over 3 is 3. So answer is 3 times. I hope this is clear. Next one. One side of flat board has an area of 874 square inches. With the pressure of 19 pounds per square inch of area is exerted on the side of the board, what is total force in pounds exerted on the side of the board? So they're talking about pounds and they're talking about square inches. 19 pounds per square inch, that means for 1 square inch it is 19 pounds. Now area is 874. They want to know what is the total force. Cross multiply, you will get your answer. X is 19 times 874. $16,606. That is what you're going to type. Okay? Without comma. You just have to write the answer 16,606. Yeah. .3 miles per hour. This is the same question. They want the answer in yards per hour. 1 mile is 71760. So the time is 1 hour only. So you can write miles, you can write yard, you can write hour. We are not interested in hour because they are talking about 1 hour only. So for 1 mile there is 1760 yards. So for 20.3 miles, how many yards will be there? 20.3 times 1760 is my answer. $35,728. Because you're not changing the time, so we're not worried about the hours. Because for both of them time is 1 hour only. Or you can directly do 20.3 miles over 1 hour. Convert miles into yards. 20.3 times 1760 yards, and there's only 1 hour. We have got yard per hour, so 20.3 times 1760, answer will again be 35,728. Yeah, I think this is the last question. Yeah. For a certain rectangular region, the ratio of length to width is 35 to 10. So we write length, width, 35, 10. If the width of the rectangular region increases by 7 units, so width is now becoming 7, increases by 7, that means 10 plus 7, 17. How must the length change to maintain this ratio? You can multiply or divide the same thing, you're not going to add or subtract the same thing. Remember that. So you write like this, and now just cross multiply. 10x equals 35 times 17, you will get the value of x. $59.5. Decrease is gone, 7 is gone, so it is increasing. So we just have to see by how much times it is, by how much it is increasing, not how many times. So 59.5 minus 35 you can see is 24.5. This is the correct answer. Alright. Now the other thing is, if width is increasing, length also has to increase. How I will eliminate the options without solving it. So decrease is gone, decrease is gone. Only increase is there because width is increasing, length also has to increase. When I solve this problem, I get 59.5, 35 plus 7 is 42. So this one is also gone. My answer is 24.5. And you do not add the same number. Alright. So that is how I can cancel increase by 7 units as well. Yep, so that was all the medium questions. The remaining ones are the hard questions. I should have written the numbers so that I won't have to do this again and again. Okay, 10 questions have been done and there is no hard question so far. 11th, no hard question. No hard question. Yes. 13th is the first hard question, but before I go there, I think I will just show my face and okay, ABVP, you are preparing for SSC CGL exam. Will this class help you in your exam? Yes, it can, because in SSC CGL, if they give questions regarding mathematics, and that mathematics is up to 10th grade, and ratio, rates, proportions come under that category. So it might be helpful, but not exactly helpful, because we are not solving this by hand and in SSC CGL exam, if I'm not wrong, no calculator is allowed. So you won't be able to use decimals, but for the concepts, yes, you can see this, but to get the exact answers, no, this class is not for you, because here we are using calculators to get the correct answer. But I will try to tell the process of elimination as well. Alright? Yeah. So that you can solve without Desmos as well. But yeah, that's my review. Now I'll just take a break for some time. It's already been so many years. How much time it has already been? It's already been 2 hours. Oh my god. And I'm tired now because it is right now 1 in the morning for me. I will just check my phone for going from one screen to the other screen. Yeah, so now I realize I'll have to devote much more time because ratio rates, there were just 56, 57, how many questions are there? There is 57 questions and it has taken 2 hours. Oh my god. So others I'll split. But I think most of the questions are done, only a few are remaining. Yeah, the camera is good. You can see everything. And if you want to see where is my kitten that keeps troubling me, I will just show. Okay, I will just hide this and I will. Oh, you're still not able to see her. Okay, I will just move my chair. She is right here. As you can see, she is right there. I thought you were on the other side, yeah. So that's where she's sleeping, on the sofa. And the other one, where has she gone? She has gone somewhere. No, she's not in this room. I think she has gone to kitchen or somewhere else. Because I was not giving her time. Yeah. Thank you so much. And now, yeah, let's start with the hard questions without further delay. Okay. One method of calculating the approximate age in years of tree is to multiply the diameter of the tree by a constant called growth factor. So this is saying that age is means equal to, everything else doesn't matter. Multiply means you have to multiply diameter with growth factor. And that is constant. Okay. So the table above gives growth factors of 8 species. So they have given you different growth factors. We're talking about white birch tree and pin oak tree. Okay. Each now have a diameter of 1 foot. Which of the following will be closest to the difference in inches of the diameters 10 years from now? And 1 foot is 12 inches. And they want the difference in inches. Okay. Okay, 10 years from now. So first let me talk about white birch tree. Over here I'll have to make two different tables. The growth factor for that is 5. So you have age, you have diameter, and you have growth factor. Why I have to make two different tables? Why can't I directly make the differences in, why can't I just write white birch minus pine oak like I've been doing so far? Because their growth factor is different. In those questions that I was talking about, if it were 1 times, they were talking about 92 times only or 29 times only. So we were multiplying with the same thing. That is why I could make just one table. But over here, growth factor is different. You are multiplying with different numbers. So that is why you will have to make two different tables. Growth factor is 5. Diameter is right now 1. So my age is going to be 5 years right now. I'm really sorry. Yeah. Because age is diameter times growth factor. So 1 times 5 is going to be my age. 10 years from now, that means you have to add 10. The age will be 15. And you have to find the difference in diameter. So you have to find the diameter from here. So if you are adding 3, you are multiplying with 3. So I am multiplying this with 3. Diameter 10 years from now for white birch tree is 3 feet. They want the difference in inches, so let me and you have to multiply diameter of the tree in inches. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So you can't just multiply with 1. So there are going to be several complications because this is a hard problem. So diameter is 1 feet, that means it is 12 inches. So that means the age is not 5 right now, age is 60 years right now. Because 12 times 5 is 60. Now 10 years from now, the age is going to be 70 years. And now you have to find. So here you are dividing with 5, 70 divided by 5 is going to be 14. Or you can directly set up equation 60x equals 70 times 12 and get your answer. Okay. So I've got white birch diameter, that is 14 inches. Now we are going to talk about pine oak tree. Again, I will make the same table: age, diameter, growth factor. We know diameter is how much? 12 inches. We can't make it in the same table because, again, I will repeat, the growth factor is different. It is 3 inches. The growth factor is 3. Twelve times 3 is 36. Age is going to be 36. You add 10 to it. You will get 46. We are dividing with 3 because the growth factor is 3. Here also you will be dividing with 3. 46 over 3. So you just have to do 14 minus 46 over 3. That is the difference in diameter after 10 years. $1.333. So answer is 1.3. Otherwise, if you can't see that it is dividing with 3, we already know because growth factor is 3, that is why we are dividing with 3. You can just cross multiply and get the answer as well. And what you're going to get equals 12 times 46, getting 15.333. And you have to find the difference, then you just subtract. Answer is 1.333. So closest is 1.3 inches. I'll put myself here. That was the first hard question. So you have to make two different tables because the growth factor is different. You are multiplying with 5 or dividing with 5 to get your respective values. And here 10 years from now, so you have to find the current age and then you have to add 10 to it. So their ages are not the same. For white birch tree, it is right now 60 and pine oak is just 36. After 10 years, this will be 70 and this will be 46. Yes, after 3 questions, we have one more hard question. Sample of oak has a density of 807 kilograms per cubic meter. The sample is in the shape of a cube where each has a length of 0.90 meters. To the nearest whole number, what is the mass in kilograms of this sample? So cubic meter, that you have kilograms, you have cubic meter. For 807 kilograms, there is 1 cubic meter. Now sample is in the shape of cube, so here geometry is also involved. Each edge has a length of 0.90 meter. That means in cubic meter it will be 0.9 to the power 3. Because in cube the volume is A cube and A is given as 0.9. A is your edge. Okay, and you have to find what is the mass. So this is how you set it up. Alright, and now you just cross multiply and get the answer. X will be 807 times 0.9 to the power 3. Now there is a new thing in Desmos, how to get the power. It's shift 6. 807 shift 8 0.9 shift 6 cube. It doesn't matter if you put the parentheses or not because you just want to cube 0.9. If you put parentheses around everything, that means you're cubing everything. That is not what we want. Answer is 588.303. So 588 is my answer because that is the nearest whole number. Okay. So over here you just have to know that volume of cube is A cube, and even if you do not know that, in cube you should know that length is same and volume will be given to reference sheet, length times width times height. So 0.9 times 0.9 times 0.9. This is a third difficult question. Yeah. So Jeremy deposited X dollars in his investment account on January 1, 2001. The amount of money in the account doubled each year until Jeremy had $480 in his investment on January 2005. What is the value of X? This is actually exponential. I don't know why they have this question over here. So deposited X dollars, that means your initial amount is X dollars. Doubled each year, that means your growth factor is 2 and your final amount is $480, and we need the time. X is your time. From 2001 to 2005, you have to do 2005 minus 2001. That's 4 years. And your equation is y is equal to a times b to the power x. Y is given, final amount we know is 480. A is your x, the initial amount. B is 2. And I will write t for time so that you don't get confused between x and t. And time is given as 4. Alright? That's it, you'll get the value of x. So to go to the power, you just have to shift 6. There is this symbol on your keyboard that represents power. That is how we can go to the power. Okay? So shift 6, 4. 30 was your initial amount, so the value of x is 30. Also, there is another method if you do not know that this is exponential and you want to solve with the ratio. You write time, you write money. You write 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. This is x. It doubled every year. So here it becomes 2x, then it becomes 4x, then it becomes 8x, and then it becomes 16x. And in 2005 we know it's 480. So you directly get 16x equals 480. So x is going to be 30. Alright? Because in 2005 money is 480. When you keep multiplying with 2, you will get to 16x. Because there's only 4 or 5 years you can do this method, otherwise going with exponential one is better. An exponential is just you keep multiplying with the same number where x is increasing by the same amount. So you're increasing the year by 1 and you're multiplying the money by 2. That's your exponential equation. Okay. The table shows a distribution by location and power capacity of 20 largest wind projects. Okay, fine. Total power capacity of 9 wind projects located in Texas was 4952. There is one number. They're talking about Texas. Megawatts. Total power capacity of 20 wind projects was 11,037. Okay. Amount of energy produced in 1 hour at a rate of 1 megawatt is 1 megawatt hour. So you don't have per, you have dash. That means megawatt times hour. If each of the 9 Texas wind projects in 2013 had operated continuously for 24 hours at the maximum rate of power generation. Approximately how many megawatt hours of energy would the 9 projects have produced? So they are only interested in Texas, right? So like I told you, they want the answer in megawatt hours. So megawatt hour is megawatt times hour. Megawatt for those 9 projects is 4952. And the hours that they were operational is 24 hours. So you just have to do 4952 times 24, and over here nothing is given here. Total, yeah, only the power capacity is given. 4 are with low power capacity, 2 are with medium power capacity, and 3 are with high power capacity. All total is 9. So that table doesn't mean anything. Alright, because the total power capacity is 4952 megawatt, and each had operated continuously for 24 hours. How many megawatt hours would the 9 projects would have produced? So for all 9 of them would have produced, they are 4952 megawatts and they are working for 24 hours. So it's just 4952 times 24 megawatt hour is going to be your answer. So they have just confused you in the wordings of the problem, otherwise it's a fairly simple problem. And by just looking at the options, you can cancel option A and option B because you are multiplying. And 5 times 25 is 125, so this is my answer. Because this will approximately be 5,000, this will be approximately 25. So the answer should be around 125,000. So this is the answer, this is also gone. Or you can go and find the accurate answer. When calculators are not given, you just have to figure out the approximate answer. So see, this is also 118,848, that is closest to 120,000. Alright, so you just have to know that megawatt hours, that means you have to multiply megawatt and hours together. That is it. Yes. So over here 4a over b is equal to 6.7 and a over bn is equal to 26.8. What is the value of n? So from here, you divide with 4 because we want a over b, or multiply with 1/4, multiply with 1/4. You will get a over b is equal to 6.7 over 4. Here you have n in the denominator, so multiply with n on top. You will get a over b is equal to 26.8 times n, or 26.8 n. Both of them are a over b, you just make them equal to each other. 6.7 over 4 equals 26.8 n. You will get the value of n. Just put in decimals and convert your n into x. Instead of n, I am just writing x. I will get my value of n, that is 0.063. So what I did, 4a over b is given, so I just find out what will be a over b. I just manipulated the relationship, and then a over bn is given. From there also I am finding out a over b. I am multiplying with n on both sides, manipulating the equation. Now both the things are equal to a over b. I just make them equal to each other, and I get my answer of n is 0.063. Or in fact, what you can do, you can find out 26.8 divided by 6.7. Is that a thing? That's 4. Oh, this answer will be 0.0625. My bad. They won't accept 0.063. That is why this is a hard question. Okay? So from here, your n is going to be 6.7 divided by 4 times 26.8, because you're dividing with 26.8. And now you type this. You're getting 0.0625 or 1 over 16. So the answer is 1 over 16 or 0.0625. The graph was giving you 0.063 because the x value they will always round to nearest thousandth, and if you do that in this particular question, your answer will be wrong, even though you did everything right. So this was method 1. Method 2 is you have a over bn equals 26.8. I'm writing this because this is a bigger number. You have 4a over b equals 6.7. Divide. So when you divide, you will get a over bn. So divide means multiply with the reciprocal times b over 4a equals 26.8 divided by 6.7. b cancels, a cancels. You have 1 over 4n equals 26.8 over 6.7. Like I told you, so you will get 1 over 4n is equal to 4, because you just go to Desmos and find out what is 26.8. Now you multiply with 4n on both sides. You will get 1 is equal to 16n, and you will get n is equal to 1 over 16. So we can divide them also. Alright, that is how you can get the value of n also. Or you can just get a over b from two different equations and then make them equal to each other. Both the methods are fine, but just typing the equation won't work for you. So just write 26.8 and 6.7. What is the relationship between them? If it's a like whole number or a natural number, then you have to get the exact answer. So divide by 26.8 on both sides. Solve it like a normal equation. Otherwise, if you write 0.063, you will be fine. That will not be the correct answer. Sorry for the foul language, but yeah. And in method 2, you can also divide in the opposite way. So I will write, because I want n on the top. So we can also directly divide. Divide on both sides. So equations you can divide on both sides, subtract on both sides, multiply on both sides, it doesn't matter. So this is 4a over b. Now dividing with this means you are multiplying with the reciprocal. And this you can see from the Desmos, it will be 1/4. 4n equals 1/4. Divide by 4, n will be 1 over 16. And from here you can check 6.7 divided by 26.8 will be 0.25, and if you make it equal to 4x, see again they will show you 0.063. So don't do that over here. It's 0.25 divided by 4, 0.0625. In most of the questions this will not be a problem, but in this particular question this is a problem. Yeah. Density of a certain type of wood is 353 kilograms per cubic meter. A sample of this type of wood is in the shape of a cube. Mass is 345 kilograms. To the nearest hundredth of a meter, what is the length of one edge of this sample? So again you have kilogram, you have cubic meter. For 353 there is 1 cubic meter. Now the mass is 345, we will find the volume. And we have to find length of one edge. So if length is x, my volume is going to be x cube cubic meter. So I can just write x cube over here. So you can combine as well. Or otherwise you can first find the volume and then cube root it to get your edge. Now you just cross multiply. $353, $345, correct. And now you will see you can't get the answer, right? Because this is not a quadratic or a linear equation. So for this what we will do, we will make it, there are two ways. One way is, your answer is 0.98, 0.99, 1.01, 1.02. So you keep zooming in and then you keep seeing where your value is. So 0.92468, it's approximately 0.99, but here you are not sure. It's greater than 0.98 but less than 0.9. So you just keep zooming in and then just shifting it to the right side, dragging basically. So the answer is 0.99. But what is a better way? Find the volume. Volume is x, so length is going to be cube root of x, or you can say x to the power 1/3. Get the value, 353x equals 345. You are getting 0.9773. And now you just take to the power 1/3. Your answer is 0.99, so you directly get 0.99. Or you can also write cube root. For that you would have to write nth root, n th root. Write 3 over here because this is cube root, and 0.9773. You will get 0.99. So both the ways are correct. So both the ways are correct, to the power 1/3, or you just write nth root, and because we're dealing with cube root, you write 3 and you write the number inside. So that's another trick of finding any root inside decimals. So the answer is 0.99. Or the other way is you just keep zooming out and then keep dragging so that you can see your answer. My God, yeah, right now here. Oh yeah, these kind of questions. A certain town has an area of 4.36 square miles. So you just have to understand square miles means you're multiplying 1 mile twice, or 1 mile square. Square miles is mile square. Okay. And now 1 mile is 1760 yards. So you have to find the area in square yards. So 4.36 times 1760 yards squared. So basically 4.36 times 1760 squared yard square. So you have to multiply with the square whenever you're talking about the area and you're converting it into different units. So most of the people, they will just multiply with 1760, not with square yards. So square means you're taking the square. This is mile square. Mile is 1760 yards, so square will be, you have to square both the things. And now you just go to Desmos and type the answer. 4.36 times 1760 square. 135, so the last one is your answer. Just be careful that you have to square 1760. That's the only thing. And in volume you have to cube it because it is cubic meter or cubic miles. So remember about the cubic as well, because they can ask you that question as well. After we are done with all these questions, I will take one example of that kind as well. Yeah, hard questions are not that much. And we got one. Anita created a batch of green paint by mixing 2 ounces of blue paint with 3 ounces of yellow paint. She must mix a second batch using the same ratio of blue and yellow paint. So you have blue paint and you have yellow paint. 2 ounces of blue paint, 3 ounces of yellow paint. If she uses 5 ounces of blue paint for the second batch, how much yellow she should use? So you get 2x equals 15. X is 7.5. This is a difficult question because of the options. So yellow paint she should use is 7.5 ounces. Exactly 5 ounces, not correct. Now, 3 ounces more than amount of yellow paint used in first batch. This is your first batch, this is your second batch. In first batch you were using 3 yellow paint, 3 plus 3 is 6, doesn't equal to 7.5, so this is gone. 1.5 times the amount of yellow paint used in the first batch. In the first batch it is 3. So basically you are doing 1.5 times 3. That's 4.5, that's also not the option. 1.5 times the amount of blue paint used in the second batch. Blue paint used in the second batch is 5. Times means you are multiplying. 1.5 times 5 is 7.5. That's exactly your answer. So you just have to look through each of the options. Amount of yellow paint used in the first batch is 3. More than means plus. 3 plus 3 is 6. Times means multiply. Amount of yellow paint used in the first batch is 3. So this is 4.5. So the final option is giving you the answer. Also, if you will see, going from blue paint to yellow paint, you are multiplying with 1.5. So here also you are multiplying with 1.5. That is how it is option D. Again, the area is 11863,808 square yards. One yard squared. They want the answer in square miles, and now 1 mile is 1760 yard. So how much will be 1 yard? It will be 1 over 1760 miles, because you are dividing with 1760. Okay, so now this is 1 yard square, so it has to be 11863,808 times 1 over 1760 miles square. So 11863,808 times 1 over 1760 whole square miles square. So here also you have to divide twice, not once, because we are dealing with the area. And if it were cube, it will become cube. If we were dealing with volume, then it will be cubic. I will take one such question in the end. Now I just go to Desmos. 11836 808 11863. 1/1760 shift 6 square 3.83. Square means you're taking yard square. In 1 yard there are 1/1760 miles. So that's the important thing that you have to remember. I don't think there are any other difficult questions here. So what I will do, I will just take one question. Yeah. Same over here. If the question was 11863,808 cubic yards, and they were talking about volume, and you have to find the volume in cubic miles, and it would be 11863,808 times 1/1760 whole cube mile cube, because cube means you're taking the cube. So when you're talking about the normal things, that means you just have to divide one time. If you're talking about area, there's a square, so you have to make sure that you take the square, and in volume you're dealing with the cube, so you have to make sure that you take the cubes. Yeah, so with this we have done all kinds of questions. Easy, medium, difficult. I know it was like, this is my longest live of 2.5 hours, but yeah, I think it was worth it because we were able to finish everything. Yeah, and now I just want to sum up and find out how many medium questions, how many easy questions, and how many difficult questions. This is one easy, one medium, two easy, two medium, three easy, four easy, now I've lost count. Yeah, this is 3 medium. So 4 easy, 3 medium. I will just write in the chart so that I don't get confused. 3 medium. 5 easy, 4 medium. Yeah, I'm going to get confused. So let's not do this exercise. Yeah. Or even if we have to do, we should just calculate the easier ones first. Yeah, let's do that. So let's just go with the easy questions. 5 easy have been done. Six easy. 7 easy. 8 easy. 9 easy. 10 easy. 11 11 easy, 12 easy, 13 easy, 14 easy, 15 easy, 16 easy, 17 easy, 18 easy, 19 easy, 20 easy, 21 easy, 22 easy, 23 easy, 24 easy, 25 easy, 28. Half of the questions are easy questions. One medium, two medium, three medium, four medium, five medium, six medium, seven medium, eight medium, nine medium, 10 medium, 11 medium, 12 medium, 13 medium, 14 medium, 15 medium, 16 medium, 17 medium, 18 medium, 19 medium, 20 medium. 21 medium. 22 medium. So 28 easy questions, 22 medium questions, that makes it 50 questions. Only 7 are difficult questions. You know, the first one was 13. Too hard. Three hard. Four hard. Five hard. Five hard. And this is six hard. What just happened? Oh, this has stopped working. There's only one more hard question? I don't think so. Seven hard. Eight hard. So obviously there's something wrong. Nine hard. Oh, this is 26, not 28. Now that makes sense. 26 plus 22, 48. 48 plus 9 is 17. But even that is like so the 26 easy questions, 22 medium questions, only 9 hard questions were there, and we have covered everything. And now I'm too tired. It's 2 in the morning over here, 2 in the night, so I'm just going to sleep, and my back is hurting. So thank you so much everyone who has been watching. Thank you so much everyone who has been subscribing. I hope this lesson was important to you, and please let me know in the comments if you would want this thing to be done for every single module. There are 4 to 5 modules in like each and every domain. Problem solving and data analysis, then there is geometry and trigonometry, then there is the art of algebra, and there is passport to advanced math. So please let me know if I should be doing this or this is a futile exercise. Thank you so much. Bye.